Good girls get nothing, and here is why. You've spent your whole life trying to be good, to be comfortable, to be right, to be a good girl. And what did you get? Good girls don't get anything. They don't get love, they don't get respect, they don't get what they want because they don't even allow themselves to want it. So today we will analyze how you have been programmed to be convenient, why it is not about kindness but about survival, and how this strategy of manipulation steals your life. Welcome! My name is Lana Bugela and I help women get out of the programs that control their lives. If you want to stop being convenient and start living for yourself, you're in the right place. 80% of people who watch my videos are not yet subscribed. If you want to change yourself, not just watch, subscribe right now so you don't miss the most important things. And most importantly, write in the comments, what did you hear as a child? Have you ever heard good girls don't argue or you have to be kind? So good girl is not about kindness. Yes, it's not. It's about adaptation. It is a survival strategy that is formed where love has to be earned. This means that you were not born this way, you were taught it. What happens in childhood? When you were born, you didn't doubt your value. You just were. You wanted, you asked, and you demanded. But then you learn that love is not your thing. It's not that you get because you are alive, but that's a privilege that must be earned. You want love, but you only get it if you behave right. Your needs are ignored, but if you endure, you are praised. You are learning, if I'm good, I will be accepted. And it's not just education, it's training. You are taught that your safety depends on how well you adapt to others. So what does it look like? Example number one, your boundaries are ignored. You tell your mom, I don't want to hug this uncle or that old grandma. And she responds, don't shame me. And what are you learning? Your desires and boundaries don't matter. It's more important to make people to be happy with you. Example number two, your emotions are rejected. You start to cry and someone says to you, don't whine, be strong. What do you learn? Your feelings are a problem. If you show weakness, you are not taken seriously. Example number three, punishment for anger. You're angry because you were not allowed to go for a walk and they say to you, oh, you are so ungrateful. We are working hard for you and you are not even happy. What are you learning? Anger is evil. If I show dissatisfaction, I'm bad. Example number four, love as a reward. You get praise only when you do something useful. Clean, help, share, give up something of yours. And what are you learning? Love must be earned by actions. Just being is not enough. And now imagine that this is repeated for years. How will you behave in your adult life? Why is it not about kindness but about survival? So a good girl is a girl who has learned to survive in an environment where the true self is not accepted. She learned that it is safe to be comfortable. She learned that love comes only for obedience. She learned that if she wants something, it is better to be patient and wait than to demand it. But here's what's important to understand. A good girl is not about kindness, it's about manipulation. So let's understand what is manipulation. Manipulation is not about tricks or maneuvers. It's about finding ways to meet your own needs, but not directly, because directly nobody is giving you what you need. So most people manipulate unconsciously. They just never learn to get what they need openly. How is manipulation formed? You wanted love, but it was given only for the right behavior. You wanted attention, but you got it only when you were pitied. You wanted freedom, but you had to cheat to get it. So our parents don't just deny us our needs, they hand us the key to getting them in a very crooked way. Together with the prohibition of direct expression of desires, they give us an indirect way to achieve them. For example, a child tries to talk to his mother, but she ignores him. But when the child gets sick, Mom is right there, bringing tea and worrying. Conclusion: when I'm healthy, I'm not noticed. When I'm sick, I'm loved. And now imagine you're growing up, you're no longer a child, but you still get your needs indirectly. How does it work for good girls? First, she doesn't ask for help. She endures and waits. She doesn't say that she doesn't like something. She is silent and then gets offended. She doesn't talk about her desires. She hints and gets disappointed when she's not understood. So, if we don't tell people directly what we want, we will never get it in the right way. So, you think your problem is that people don't appreciate you. In fact, the problem is that you have taught them that your needs are not important. Maybe then you should become a bitch. A bitch or a mean girl is not an alternative. It's just the flip side of the same problem. Because while a good girl manipulates with patience, a bitch manipulates with control. But both are playing a game where there is no freedom to be yourself. So why neither good girl or mean girl is not a solution? Some women disappointed in the role of a good girl, so they go to the other extreme. With the help of therapy, for example, they become tough, uncompromising, aggressive, and this is also an illusion. So, mean girl is not freedom, it's just the flip side of the same manipulation. She doesn't ask, she demands. She doesn't wait, she forces. She doesn't hint, she pushes through with force. For example, a woman was comfortable for years, and then she woke up and she decided, that's it, now I'm going to take what's mine. But it was not freedom, it was compensation. She was playing the same strategy of control, only now through rigidity. True strength is not about being either a victim or an aggressor. True strength is to allow yourself to be yourself without fear of losing love. So, what to do if this is about you? First, stop waiting for someone to guess your needs. It won't happen. Ask openly. Do not hint. Do not expect your sacrifices to be appreciated. Second, realize that your value is not in how convenient you are, or obedient, or good. You don't have to earn love. You don't have to be convenient to be worthy. Third, learn to say no without fear. True strength is not in being patient, but in being able to defend yourself when it's needed. So good girls get nothing, and neither do bitches, because they both play the strategy of control. But a woman who knows her value, she doesn't play. She just is. If you want to get out of this role, write in the comments, I no longer expect to be appreciated. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.